Welcome to microtopic 3.4, changing tone and style with AI. In this session, you will learn how to use AI to transform text into different tones: formal, casual, persuasive, or empathetic, appropriate for various target audiences. This is an essential skill for adapting your communication to different contexts. So let's move. Our learning objective. By the end of this micro topic, you should be able to use prompts to transform a piece of text into a different tone. In professional settings, you often need to communicate the same message in different ways. The tone that works for an email to a colleague may not work for a presentation to executives. AI can help you adapt quickly. Moving on, we'll look at why tone matters, right? Why does tone and style matter in so much in a professional setting or in professional communication? First, the audience expectation. Different audiences expect different level of formality. A casual Slack message to a teammate would be inappropriate in an email to a client. Dynamic relationship. The same message spoken to a peer, a manager, and a senior executive may need different tones. Then the third, the communication purpose. Persuading someone requires different language entirely than informing them. Empathizing requires different language than instructing. Brand and context also matters. Your communication should match your organization's culture and the specific situation. Getting the tone right can mean the difference between your message being well received and falling flat. All right. So moving on, we'll look at the type of tones you can achieve with AI. AI can help you transform text into various tones. Let me explain the main types. We have the formal, professional structured language suitable for official communications, reports, and external stakeholders. Use proper grammar, complete sentences, and professional vocabulary. Casual, relaxed conversational language suitable for internal communications with colleagues. Friendly emails and team messages. Uses contracts, simpler sentence structures, and a more personal tone. Persuasive, convincing, compelling language that appeals to emotion and logic. Use strong verbs, emotional appeals, and clear calls to action. They're the last one for empathetic. Understanding, supportive language that acknowledges feelings and shows compassion. Uses softer language, validates emotions, and show genuine concern. Professional but friendly. The balanced middle ground. The professional but not stiff. Friendly but not unprofessional. Right. So the next we'll be looking at the recommended tools. Again, it's popping up. Yeah. Claude excels at nuanced tone, producing empathetic, well-balanced cooperative communication. ChatGPT is excellent for rapid switching between various degrees of formality and casual style. And Google Gemini, efficient for quick tone adjustment within your Google workspace theme. For this task, you will need to copy and paste the prompts with yeah, you need to copy and paste the prompts, right? Just get ready. Essential prompt elements. To transform text effectively, your prompt needs specific elements. So first, the original text. Provide the context you want to transform. The next, the target tone. Specify exactly what tone you want, formal, casual, persuasive, empathetic, or something else. Alright? Then the third is the target audience. Who will receive this? This helps the AI choose appropriate language. Alright? Any specific requirement can be added. Do you want to keep certain elements, maintain specific length, or preserve particular terminology? Without specifying the target audience and desired tone, you will get generic output that may not fit your need. So please take note of that. So we'll have examples for first we're looking at the formal transformation. Okay, let's look at the detailed example starting with this scenario. You wrote a casual note to a colleague and need to convert it to a formal email to forward to a client. Okay, so here is the prompt. So transform the following casual message into a professional email to a client. Keep it formal but friendly. Maintain the key information about the delay. Use proper email format with greeting and closing. Original message. Hey, just wanted to let you know that the delivery is running a bit late. Should should be here by Thursday instead of Tuesday. Sorry about that. Alright. So you copy this and you're going to paste this in your Gemini or Cloud or ChatGPT. So this will produce something like dear client. Um, okay. So I don't have the output here, but in your chat interface, you have something like dear clients. I want to inform you that the delivery of your order has been delayed. We now expect it to arrive on Thursday, May 15th, rather than the originally promised Tuesday, May 12th. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Best regards, Janine. Same information, now appropriate for client communication. So we'll move to the next, casual transformation. All right. So uh, convert formal corporate announcement into engaging message for internal Slack or Teams channel. All right. To keep it friendly, enthusiastic, but still informative, use emojis where appropriate and maintain the key. Um, okay, so transform this announcement into a casual team message suitable for personal Slack. Keep it friendly and enthusiastic, but still informative. Use emojis where appropriate. Maintain the key information about the celebration. Original announcement. It is with great pleasure that we announce the successful completion of the Q3 objective. The management team would like to express its sincere gratitude to all employees for their exceptional contributions. A celebration event will be held on Friday at 7 p.m. in the main conference room. So this will produce something like starting with an emoji. Big news, everyone. We have crushed our Q3 goals. Thanks to everyone's hard work, we are celebrating this Friday at 3 p.m. in the main conference room. Come join us for some fun. See you there. Same message, appropriate for different context. So add this to your prompt interface, to your chat interface, and let's see what the output is like. So moving on, I'm looking at requests, persuasive requests. This persuasive transformation. So we have the, the prompt here. Transform the following project updates into a persuasive budget request memo to senior leadership. Emphasize the value of completing the project successfully. Highlight the risk of not providing additional funding. Use compelling language that clearly communicates the need for action. Original update. The project is currently at 60% completion. We have spent 60% of the budget. The remaining work will require an additional 2 weeks and 20% more funding. Alright, this will produce more compelling language that emphasizes the importance of the investment and consequence of not approving it. Alright, so moving on, I will move to the next empathetic communication, empathetic transformation. Okay, so here we will also have what the prompt should look like. So deliver a difficult news with compassion while maintaining professional boundary. Transform this cancellation notice into a compassionate communication. Acknowledge the disappointment, be clear, but show care and appreciation for their contributions. Original note: the project has been cancelled. The contract is terminated effective immediately. No further work will be performed. Okay? So this will produce something that maintains the core message while showing appropriate sensitivity to the recipient's feeling. Very important. So we have examples of multi-audience communication. Okay? So communicate the same achievements to uh, tailored for three different contexts. Okay, so I'll walk you through a practical scenario where you need to communicate the same content to different audiences. So what is the scenario? You need to send three different communications about an employee's excellent performance. So one to HR. So uh, this is the prompt. Transform this employee's feedback into a formal performance review summary using professional terminology for the employee. Transform this into a constructive feedback email. Be encouraging and set a clear goal for next steps. Then we have for the team, transform this into a brief, enthusiastic Slack message announcing the achievement. It should have a celebratory tone. Okay, you same for this same content, three different communication optimized for their specific context. So for your own practical now, you have to take a message, then you write this prompt alongside with the original feedback, and let's see what is going to look like. All right. So moving on, we look at common mistakes. Right. Common mistakes. Number one, omitting context. Uh, Common mistake, omitting context. So let me highlight. Yeah. Mistake number one, providing only the text to transform without specifying the target audience or desired tone. If you just say, make this more professional or make this friendlier, you get inconsistent results because the AI doesn't know who the final audience is. For example, making something more formal or a board presentation is very different from making something more formal for a peer. Always specify who's uh, who's the final audience, what tone they should expect. Right? Keep that in mind. So we have uh, another mistake to skip review. All right, not reviewing whether the tone shift is preserved. Not reviewing whether the tone shift preserves the original meaning and the key uh, and the key facts. Okay, and key facts accurately. So when transforming tone, the AI may change emphasis, okay, in ways that alter the meaning. It might simplify language in ways that lose importance or nuance, add or remove details to fit the tone. use different wordings that does not match your intent. So you need to always verify. Yeah. So is the core message the same? All the key facts and numbers preserved? Does the tone uh, does the tone appropriate version still accurately represented in what you want to communicate? All right, so you could use this prompt for verification. So it's here. Verify, review the transformed text and compare it to the original. List any key facts, numbers, or nuances that may have been changed or lost in the transformation. Okay, so moving on. The best practices for tone transformation. Here are the best practices for successful tone transformation. First, always specify both the target and the target tone and the target audience for your prompt. Second, be clear. Be clear about what must be preserved, the key facts, specific terminologies, and required length. Yes, and third, if the first information is not right, iterate. Yeah, iterate. Then you could adjust to give it a personal touch here and there. Okay, and yes, so that's basically that. And for the last part, the summary of the three principles. So we have specified both targets, tone, and target audience, techniques. Provide the original baseline, test clearly. Preserve and verify all key facts and critical numbers. Iterate with specific feedback to reach the desired style. Review the for authenticity and accuracy before final use. So I think that is all for this topic. We'll be moving. So I mean that's all for this micro topic. We'll be moving to the next topic, AI for data analysis and insights. We have mastered AI for writing and communication. Now we'll dive into how AI extracts meaning from spreadsheets, test data, and complex visualization. Thank you for staying till this time. I will see you in the next class.